Thanksgiving to those that celebrate Thanksgiving. So whether or not this is Thanksgiving to you, or it's Thursday or Friday or wherever it is where you are, I hope you've had a fantastic day. So tonight I'm going to make this as Thanksgiving themed as possible, and in that vein, thank you to Winnie's boyfriend slash husband for tonight's stream art. um, so Lorne sharing ham cubes with the first people. And we're going to. I didn't know what to do as a call because um, there's no kind of Thanksgiving themed lawn calls. I mean, I guess there's the Ham Saga one, but I didn't feel like the Ham Saga one tonight. So I decided to do just what I'm thankful for, and amongst a lot of things that I'm thankful for, the new Casey calls are one thing I'm thankful for, especially with kind of the new light that it's shining on Lawn, which is revealing something darker than I think any of us actually fully thought. And I'll have a couple of little intermissions, or what do you call it, palate cleanse, whatever you want to call it, which are Thanksgiving themed. And yeah, I just hope we can spend the next, say 2 hours just hanging out together, thinking about what we're thankful for. Because I think, I mean, and this is coming from an Australian that has never celebrated Thanksgiving and doesn't really understand what it's all about, apart from the very basics. So obviously I speak with some authority here, but I think really just that's what Thanksgiving's about. I mean, even if you don't celebrate it, we can use today to kind of just think about what we're thankful for. And amongst other things, you guys is one of the things I'm thankful for. So we'll continue on where we left off with the Casey calls, which is episode 17. So we'll continue on to there right after I have wasted everyone's time to say hello to everyone. So g'day to quote unquote Jamie Boutte's Pornville Three-Way. Really, Pornville Three-Way on Thanksgiving of all days. Another name change. The Ghost of Tony Farmer, hello, I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you've been well. Spencer Silvera, hello to you. Bunny, Cyber Squeak, yeah, well. Sting, hi, honeys. Who else we got? We got Happy Face and Brandy B. G'day, Brandy. Thanks again for joining me last night. That was a lot of fun. And a Mango and Vast Ravioli, was you? Keeping it real though. Bok bok. Kitty Velociraptor and Wibbish, and Smokey the Cat, and Duchess. Congratulations again on the win, Duchess. Must have felt pretty good to get it that late. Burnt Leafs, hello to you. And he asked, hey Cornville, what colour pants and bra? White, of course. I'm going to wear white until I see you. Moton G, aka the Red Ranger, hello to you. Hey boo. Loco Cola. Cookie Whoopie Pie. Ilrig, FBI. Can't listen, just wanted to say hi to my fave streamer, Cornbread Freeway. Well, hello to you. Whatever you're doing to not listen better be fucking important. Jerry Anthony, hello. Roge Scholar. Daft Cracks. Robert Osland. Michael Mendoza. Alison Marie Armstrong. G'day, Alison. Constantin and Fantastic Planet. And Robophobic. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, mate. Mandy J and ADD and Will Smith. G'day, mate. Clown with a Knife. I haven't seen that name in a long time. I hope you have been well. George Glass, Viper GTS. Janine. It'd be said Janine, wouldn't it? Hello, Janine. Good to see you again. DJ Taboo. Hello to you. Dr. Cunt. Pizza Driver, and Sly Stallone. Cool. I think I got everyone there. Apologies if I missed you. Oh, g'day, Evil Little McNuggets. I didn't miss you. All right, guys. Oh, and Jinx. G'day, Jinx. I hope I got everyone there. So let's crack into it, shall we? So, where are we? So, episode 7 of the Casey Calls. Thank you, Blue Boy.
I trust you, I really do.
Go fuck yourself. That trust bullshit. No, you don't. Otherwise, you would have interrogated me all fucking day.
Well, I don't. I'm not going to tell you.
Questions. You go fuck off at that.
Casey, I'm not going to...
Oh, g'day, Sean McClure. I love that. I trust you. I really do. After like a day of, accusations and that kind of thing. Where were you guys, that are just getting in here now, 9 minutes late? Fucking ridiculous. I want to know who you were with, where you're with them. Because I trust you. I really do. And I did just want to say, I guess, give myself a pat on the back. I started exactly on time today, and I purposely did that as like a little thank you to all of you. So I hope that was enjoyed, because that'll probably be the last time it happens until next Thanksgiving.
I'm going to tell you that I like you hanging out with him all the
Manipulated
time.
bullshit.
Goddamn guy is fucking up your ass 24 hours a day.
Oh, but you trust me, right?
I trust you. It doesn't mean that I'm going to like it. Why the hell would I
Set
like
it
it?
up with your friend. Write down a list of your friends' names and see which ones he likes the best. Are you fucking kidding me?
He didn't actually ask her to do that, did he? I'll have to, next time I see Blue Boy, I need to ask him that, because if he actually did say, write down a list of your friends and ask Alex to say which ones he likes, that is a whole new level of being pathetic. And Troze, hello to you. And happy Thanksgiving
God,
to
you're
you
so
too.
fucking weird.
Why not? What's wrong with introducing to your friends?
If he wanted a girlfriend, I would.
Well, he doesn't want a girlfriend. He just wants to be around you all the time.
Maybe he wants a boyfriend, Lorne. How would you feel about that? What if Alex Jones trotted his ass up to Maine to would you be his boyfriend?
I guess so. Good news for him. He lives down the street. We can hang out whenever he wants.
Yeah, well, gee, how convenient.
Yeah, that's the definition of the convenience.
Well, if he lives down the street, why couldn't he just walk home?
Not literally down the street, moron.
You said it, not me. Other than a spat. Did you have a good day?
I had a great day when my phone wasn't near me.
Oh, why? Because you couldn't get any text from me?
Yes.
Yes, that is exactly the point. Like, what did you think? Do you think she was saying that she's too addicted to Candy Crush, so when her phone wasn't with her, she was able to kind of get away from that? God, you're a fucking idiot. G'day, Lorne. Are you crying?
Well,
Lorne.
what can I say?
That was the other one. I was tossing up going back to a bit of Ramona and Doctor action. But I will go back to that next week. Lorne.
Nothing. You can just stop being a pathetic bitch.
Well, you can stop hanging around with him 24 hours a day.
I'm not going to.
And you do that just to be a dick to me.
I hang out with my friend to be a dick to you. Okay.
How was you not trying to be a dick to me? You already knew how I felt about you hanging out with him all the time.
I don't.
She still wants to hang out with her friend. Like, it's not like she's going, hey, Alex, I don't really want to hang out with you, but if you ever talk to Lorne, you ask, tell him we hang out all the time, because I just want to piss him the fuck off.
I don't care how you feel about him, Lord. I'm not hanging out with him just to make you mad. He's my friend. I enjoy his company. We have a good time together. He taught me how to skimboard.
I think it's weird that he only wants to hang around you and nobody else.
Yeah, I think you're pretty fucking weird.
Well, why do you want me then?
I don't know if I do after today.
It's a dangerous question to ask,
Oh,
Lorne.
why? Because they're getting in the way of Alex?
No, because you're really insecure and it's really unattractive when you act like a bitch.
I don't give a fuck, Casey.
Well,
You're
you should.
hanging out with a son of a bitch 24 hours a fucking day.
Well, you
His name
should.
doesn't leave your fucking lips. Don't you think that gets sickening?
You talk about him all day. I didn't talk about him, fucking retard.
You didn't have to talk about him when you were spending the whole fucking weekend with him.
You really don't care that you look like an unattractive little bitch.
Was you?
No, when it comes to him.
To me,
You're
he
the
doesn't
one
find you
that pissed me
attractive.
off about him. You're the one that wanted to piss me off about him. I'm not going to bend over and
God,
kiss
you're so
your
dumb.
ass because you want to hang out with another fucking guy all the time.
Then go fuck off and write back to your letter writer. Give Amanda a call back.
Why mention him? I don't hang out with him.
Who's them?
Whoever you just mentioned, the letter writer.
Yeah, go write the letter writer back.
Why? I don't hang out with her.
Maybe you could.
The hell do I want to do that for?
Because you don't care that I don't find you attractive and you're acting like a bitch and you hate my friends. So why don't you go write her back? Maybe she won't have any friends.
How'd you end up turning this around so that I look like an asshole because you're hanging out with a guy 24 hours a day?
It's magical, and it's a real skill to make you look like an asshole. And g'day, Tiffany Goodwin. Not Tiffany, Timothy Goodwin. I died by myself, and I did see someone else there, but now I've lost them. So apologies to you.
Already were looking like an asshole.
Natty Daddy Roy is waiting for Cornville 3-way. Hello to you.
No,
Because you are an asshole.
You're the one that's always wanting to fucking hang out with him, and you want me to be okay with it. And I'm
G'day,
not.
Zachary.
You don't give a
No,
fuck
I don't
if
want
I'm
you to
not.
be okay with it, Lord. I just don't care if you're okay with it.
G'day, Lenny
Yeah,
Wood.
you don't give a fuck how I feel.
No, because we aren't together.
It's all
So
about
I
the way
don't fucking
you feel,
care
don't
how you fucking feel, you little pussy baby.
you know?
G'day, Trooper Grandson.
You don't give a fuck how I feel. It's all about how Casey feels only. And
Right.
Alex. Hey, can't leave
Yeah.
Alex out.
Nah, can't.
It's all
No.
about how Alex feels, too.
Yeah, it's all about Alex.
Well, it must be because you're around him all the fucking time.
Yeah, all the time.
Can't believe we're fighting because of that fucking guy.
You're the one fighting about him.
It's a conspiracy, Lorne.
I'm pissed because
You bring him up every single day.
because you said you hang around him, that you talk to him once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And the very
G'day, Lorne's Fernbone.
right after that, you end up spending the whole fucking weekend with him.
I don't think I spent Saturday with him.
Oh, gee, so you skipped a day. So you had to spend all day Sunday with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough.
Apparently not. I don't care that he's your friend.
Well,
I care that you spend
sounds like you
more
do.
fucking time with him than you even think about spending it with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And why would that be, Lorne? Like, what would happen if, for a chain, you did some inward looking, and rather than telling Casey what she's doing wrong and how awful it is that she doesn't want to spend every second with you, why don't you kind of look in and go, is there something I'm doing that makes her not want to spend time with me? And like, then you might actually make some progress. And g'day, WCC.
I mean, you only live across the country, so.
Well, no shit, but I can't do anything about your movie right now. All I can do is wait.
All you can do is wait and complain.
I can't even. You want to give me your fucking address so I can send you stuff?
What are you going to send me? I don't want anything from you.
That was my question.
Well, your birthday's in August, so I can't even send you fucking anything then. I don't want to be pissed about you hanging out with Alex. I just want him to know his boundaries.
I think you're the one who needs boundaries.
Really.
Yeah,
Really?
Why is that?
because you were interrogating me today and you were yelling at me about hanging out with a friend when you and I aren't dating, so I think I need to set boundaries with you.
Well, go ahead and see how that works out.
It might work out pretty good.
No, it might not.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it might also.
Okay, Rockefeller
might not.
Forshkin.
Maybe not, but maybe it will.
I think I had enough boundaries set on me.
Well, you clearly need some sort of boundary,
I think I had
because the
enough
way you acted today was not acceptable. It was very scary and creepy.
Lorne saying I think I've had enough boundaries set on me is amazing. And g'day, medium syllables.
scary and creepy my ass.
The fact that you don't see how it's scary and creepy, it shows me a lot about you.
Casey, me being pissed off about you hanging out with a guy that you fucking made out with.
Hmm. You can't just, like, be cool.
And g'day, Ryan K. and Pine Baron Patriot.
Like,
No,
you and I
can't
are
be cool.
dating, we
I
can't
know
just
how I
talk
feel
and
about the
chill and
guy.
see what happens. You gotta be like, I'm gonna fucking marry you. So you can't talk to Alex.
I'm not gonna be happy about the guy when you know how I feel about him.
Okay, but you can't just be like, chill. You have to go like super creepy.
I wanted to just chill. All I wanted you to do was set the boundaries with him so he would know that me and you are going to be together.
But
so that he wouldn't.
Casey doesn't know that. You don't know that. And all signs at the moment are pointing to that not being the case. And g'day, Tiffany Rose. And Zach, go ahead and set boundaries. Hide my comments and see how that turns out for you.
How do you know we're going to be together?
Because that's
what
what we
I'm talking
want.
about chilling. You need to like take a step back for a minute.
You need to recognize.
You don't gotta take everything like it's all or nothing. You can't just be a normal person and talk to me like a normal person and see if maybe when I'm done with this movie, if we wanted to pursue something. You have to keep being super aggressive and weird.
G'day, Mum's third husband.
Okay, so the throuple wasn't weird?
The throuple was weird.
Yeah. Considering she asked you to marry her and you said yes to her. You never met her.
I did meet her.
After you had already said yes to her proposal.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing that sort of thing now.
Okay.
I learned my lesson after one time.
Yeah, okay. So we don't have to talk about weird shit.
You mentioned the throuple, not me.
Yeah, well, it happened.
Yep, well.
I know, and I learned my lesson. Why can't you learn your lesson?
I did learn my lesson. At least I'm smart enough to believe you.
Well, if you had learned
smart.
anything, you wouldn't be telling me you're going to marry me.
You are a very smart man, Lorne. And g'day, Floppy and Fun Bogan.
Why, Casey? I've known how I felt about you for a long time. Before you and I even started out, I knew how I felt about you.
And that's creepy.
What the hell is so creepy about it?
How do you not see how that's creepy?
What is so creepy about it?
About wanting to be with someone years before you even knew who they were? We didn't know each other.
Yeah, we didn't know each other personally.
And you knew for years that you wanted me? You don't see how that's creepy?
I knew for years that I wanted to try things with you.
Yeah, creepy.
What the hell so creepy about that? I was attracted to you.
I just explained it to you. I'm not going to explain it again. I don't like to.
It's creepy, Lorne, because you aren't together. So you're saying for years you wanted to try something with her and that you're attracted to her, but those years you're talking about you weren't together. Like, this is as creepy as going to the shops, seeing someone you find really attractive and then thinking about them for years, trying, talking, and then if you ran into them again at the shops and being like, I've been thinking about you for years. I'm very attracted to you. I've been thinking about what it'd be like for us to be together. Like, that is creepy.
Explain myself a million times.
Casey, I was attracted to you years ago.
And g'day, Codfisher and Debbie V and Peter O'Keefe.
There's nothing creepy about that.
Oh,
very creepy.
Lord, it is.
Why was that very creepy? That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. You didn't know who I was. You watched me on a YouTube video. You were looking me up or something.
And Lorne, here's the thing. It may not make sense to you. It may genuinely not make sense to you why that is creepy, but you are a stalker. You like to stalk people, either physically or remotely. So when you're talking about really stalkerish, creepish tendencies, which these are, I can understand you might not understand why it's weird, but basically, feel free to take the opinion on anyone else but you on this. And g'day, VA Hoss, and Dan, he's my man.
Yeah, I find it creepy. You don't think it's creepy? You're fine. I find it creepy. You met me at this thing. That's incredibly creepy.
I knew who you were already.
And furthermore, as Casey said there, like, she's told you she finds it creepy. Like, you can't really argue with her whether she finds it creepy or not. All you could do in this situation is say, I didn't intend it to be that way, you know, and I'll not do that again.
I saw you dancing
from
on
the
YouTube
Sting.
videos. So what?
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, from the Sting. So I knew you from the Sting. So what? But I saw you dancing on a YouTube video later. A lot later. And I was attracted to you.
Yeah, but Casey dancing is not the you know, is not the thing that bonds you together. It's not the thing that is like, I mean, other people would have seen Casey Mulrow dancing in some video if she's put a video up of her dancing, but that's not, with you two, that's not the most common link there, is it? It's much more the fact that you originally met her when you were on your way to rape a child. G'day, Cat G, and my balls itch, and the obsolete man.
There's nothing creepy about being attracted to someone.
But we'll just have to disagree on that.
Why won't you just say and ask him if he's looking for some type of relationship with you?
Because I don't feel like I need to.
You don't feel like he's after one?
I don't know what he's after, Lon. He knows that we're friends. And he is my friend, and I like hanging out with him. He isn't looking for a girlfriend. Do you not understand that?
Oh, I understand that, but I also understand that I've heard guys say that before.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, well then,
what
if I ask him and he says, no, I'm not interested, and then he actually is interested?
Then he asks what?
What?
I mean, so he says he's not interested in a relationship. He's not looking for a
G'day, Sadface09.
relationship. So you're saying there's a chance he had lied to me about that, and he really is?
There's a possibility. He wouldn't be the first guy.
Okay, so then why would anything he tells me matter then? Because he could just be lying. If I say, what's your intentions with me, and he says nothing, just friendship, why should I believe that?
Well, at least he'd be telling to your face.
Because what's the point of asking him if he's interested in me?
Yeah, he could be. But if you were to say something else straight to him, like good, because that's what I wanted, was just a friendship. At least he would know.
I think he knows that because we are friends.
Whatever. All I can do is trust you. Like I say, I have reason to trust you because.
So guys, make sure if you've got friends of either the opposite sex or friends of the sex that in a non-friendship relationship you would be interested in them sexually, make sure they know that you are not interested in them sexually. So if you haven't had that conversation already, it's really important to just, if you need to take a break from this stream, to give them a call and say, look, really enjoy our friendship. I just need you to know that, I'm not interested in you sexually. Go ahead and do that now. G'day, Dragon Words and Aaron W.
You've been proven that I can trust you.
Well, I think clearly after today, we have some serious issues as far as
no way.
What you think this is. And
Casey, I'm looking for a relationship with you, and you know it, and I'm not hiding it.
I'm
not beating around the bush about it at all.
You didn't even let me finish. Can I finish?
G'day, DJ Payne One. I did know that. And g'day, Dr. Cassandra.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
As of this moment in time, you and I are just friends. Like Alex and I are just friends. You get that, right?
Oh, I get it.
I'm going to do it step by step so you don't get lost here. Okay, do you understand that?
I get it.
So I think you need to remember that, and that you can't tell me what to do because you are just my friend. And the more you act weird and controlling and act insecure, I find it very unattractive, and it makes me not want to pursue something with you in the future. My focus right now is the movie. That's my only concern. And I'll talk to you when I talk to you. I'll talk to Alex when I want to talk to Alex. And you just have to be okay with that. And if you aren't, you have a letter on your table with a phone number on it. You can give that a call. Because after today, you really upset me. And it was fucking weird.
Yeah, you made me feel real good. I'm going to sleep. Have a good night.
All right, later.
Night, Lorny. See you in a second. And thank you to the to the friends that have just messaged me to let me know that they're not interested in me sexually. I do appreciate that, and the feeling's mutual. Okay, so let's have our first little palate cleanser, shall we? So, probably quite predictable, but in the theme of eating, which I think is a big theme of Thanksgiving, I thought we should hear from someone who was just trying to enjoy a Chinese meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So I guess get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even broke.
So good. I'll never stop loving that. So I was just having a bit of a laugh at some of the things people had said there. That so Aaron W is back now from telling their colleagues that they are not interested, that they don't want to bang them. And I died by myself. Welcome to the team. We don't want to fuck you. Lunch break is at 11:30. That should be the induction at all businesses. And even Little Big Nuggets. Actually, you were the only one that messaged me to tell me that you're not interested in me sexually. I said friends because I just thought that would make people think that I have more than just you as a friend. But that failed. And g'day to DeP's fashion consultant and Witchert and Cody Viz. All right, let's get on to episode 18.
Did you block me?
I did.
Yeah, I hear.
You pissed me off, and you know you pissed me off. And you know you did it on purpose.
That's real mature.
Well,
Yep,
pissing me off is real mature. Especially when
Yeah.
you know how easy it is for me to freak out about some stuff.
Especially when you know how easy it is to piss me off.
What do you mean?
Things that happened to me when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, I don't know where you get that I ever sucked a dick, because I've never sucked a dick.
Oh, I thought you said.
I do love in these calls how it just launches into this stuff. It's like you come in halfway through a conversation and you're like, whoa, what are they talking about? Well, don't know why you said I sucked a dick when I haven't sucked a dick. And g'day to Kingpin and Matt92 Machine.
Said in one of them that you and your brother used to suck each other's penises.
No. No, I didn't
Someone
say that.
sucked someone's penis.
Yeah,
Someone sucked a penis.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't do it. It was done to me.
Well,
It hurt me then, and it hurts me to this day. I don't like to think about it. I don't like to talk about it. I don't like anything about it.
and that's why you call people faggot? Is it because you've had kind of a gay experience?
Yeah, I've had a gay experience, and I didn't like it at all.
Well, maybe just because it was with your brother. Maybe you should try a different guy.
I don't fucking think so. It wasn't just one brother. It was two brothers.
Both of them blew you?
Like at the same time? Like was this a bit of, was this the original Cornville three-way?
No, just one of them blew me. I didn't like that. I made him stop.
And sorry, it is probably pretty crass to be joking about this. I just don't believe this story at all. But if it turns out that, this did actually happen, then I take back that joke. That's not funny.
Why did he do it?
The other one continuously fucking fondling shit and pissed me off all the time.
Maybe that's what it was, that you and him used to touch each other's penises and butts.
No, never touching each other's ass. I don't even like
Just
to
the
talk
penis.
about it. So why are you trying to
You
push
mentioned
it out?
it. You mentioned it.
You don't like talking about it. You bringed it up. Oh my God, Lorne is I'm turning into Lorne. Shit. You brought it up. You bring it up. Like no one says to you, "Hey, Lorne, let's talk about how your brothers molested you again." Like you brought it up. It just didn't. It's just like everything. You play your cards. They don't go the way you want, and then you want to take them back in. And g'day to Matt Ryan and Cornhole Three-Way. Good to see you, C3W.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I want to talk about it.
Then why mention it?
Because that's what telling you what you did that pissed me off the most.
I mean, it's not that big a deal.
It
So
is
you
to
and your
me.
brothers touch each other's dicks a bunch.
It doesn't matter. I was the youngest one. It never should have happened to me.
Why did they do that?
I
Are they
don't know.
gay?
I don't know why they did it. I never asked them. I never confronted them with it. I didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted it to be gone.
So that's why you hate all gay people and not just your brothers?
I don't hate gay people. Where do you get
You
that
said
I hate gay people?
That's what.
Have no idea, Lorne. Potentially the amount of times I've heard you scream that you're homophobic, or the amount of times you've said the F word. But apart from that, I'm not really sure why anyone thinks you hate gay people.
Being homophobic is.
No, being homophobic is being afraid of homosexual
homophobes.
making moves on you and trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. That's homophobic.
No,
I'm not afraid of gay people.
That is being afraid of being assaulted, which I think pretty much everyone is. That is not a homophobe.
I have some friends that are gay.
Well, that's what phobic is. It's a
So it's like, I'm not racist. I've got a black friend.
phobia. You're
It's a
scared of
phobia.
gay people.
Well, I'm not scared of gay people.
Lorne, definition of homophobe: a person with a dislike or prejudice against gay people. They seem to leave out the bit about being afraid of someone making a move on you or forcing you to have sex. That's weird. I don't understand. I best write to Oxford and get them to fix this.
I'm scared of any move being made on me by a gay person of the same sex. It freaks me out. It gives me goosebumps. It grosses me out. It makes me step back away from them. It makes it hard for them to make a friend out of me.
Oh, Lorne. It's hard for anyone to make a friend out of you, and it's not just your ridiculous fear apparent fear of gay people.
Can you hold on a second? My mom's calling. I'll call you back in like 15 minutes.
Thanks, Mum.
Okay.
So what were we talking about? Your brothers and you fondling? Is that what we were on the topic of?
No, we're off that topic.
Oh.
I don't know why you would want to push that.
What have you been up to?
I just get done working a 16.5-hour day.
That's cool. Did you get my text message where I had the definition of homophobic?
I don't know. I didn't. My cell phone's wasn't on my headset. Wasn't on, so I couldn't hear it come through.
So your headset weren't on?
No. So they can hear text when they come through.
Oh, cool. Well, I got something to show you.
Whoa!
What's
What
that?
could it be?
Your text message didn't come through.
Let me text you again. Did you get that?
No. Might be because of the. We're supposed to get a rainstorm tonight sometime. Might be because of that. Are you texting me under your computer number?
Yeah, you should have got it.
You've got your name right here, and you're not blocked. Oh, it's coming. It's I don't know why it didn't pop up because it hasn't come up yet. Okay, now it's come up.
G'day, Weird Versions, and Honest and Mosaic Mama. Welcome to you all.
You see it yet?
Yeah, I get it.
Which one did you get?
Homophobic. Having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against gay people. Okay, well, I don't know what my description of what I have is, but it's not homophobic.
I think it's hatred towards your brothers for sucking your penis.
And it's also not really anything. Nobody. What you have described, if that happened to you, and what you're afraid of happening, whether that be from a guy or a girl, is assault. So if that is your genuine fear, you are afraid of being assaulted, which I don't think you would find many people that don't also have that fear. What you have is homophobia, is a hatred for no fucking reason of gay people, but you try to dress it up to try to make it like you're a victim, as if you feel like. And what you have is a very bigoted, very common bigoted thought of gay people is that they're just all gonna want to try and fuck you. Like, that has nothing to do. That is not a component of homosexuality in any respect whatsoever. That if someone wants to assault you, that has nothing to do with their sexuality. But Lorne, please go to sleep, calm at night. No homosexual man is going to want to have sex with you. The same as no woman is going to want to have sex with you. No one wants to have sex with you. So the fear of assault is just not there.
It's towards
And g'day, I am the Senate. And Brand 37.
anybody that's gay that is the same sex as me that makes a move on me.
Did you get my second picture?
Yeah. I just had to put my glass on because I can see the thing.
All right, Grandpa.
Who's that?
Bunny says Lorne is actually by himself.
Who is it?
Jesus Christ, it's Paula?
Whoa! Who's excited for Call 19? I know I am. G'day, Turd Ferguson.
Who's that?
Who is it?
Is that Paula?
Jesus Christ, it's Paula? Kind of looks like her.
I told you she's online.
I do want to know more about this.
She didn't used to look anything like that.
She also said she never had sex with you.
Yeah, of course she did. Of course she'd say that.
I mean, that's fair. If you did have sex with Lorne, it would be natural to to want to deny it. And g'day, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Why is that, of course?
G'day, Michael Vronsky.
Because I know how she is.
Always denying sex. That's
How
just
come she
Paula.
hates you so much?
Oh, she don't hate me. If anybody would hate anyone, it would be me hating her.
I don't think she likes you very much.
No, she does.
That fucking bitch made me take 3 Tylenol. You're only meant
She
to take
does.
2.
She likes you.
I'm sure she's talking shit about me. Doesn't surprise me. She just fucking try to fit in with anyone.
What happened?
What happened with me and her?
Yeah, I'm confused why she's on here saying stuff like she's responding to all the posts about her on there.
The what?
What?
She's responding to posts about herself on there about past things you've said about her. Being like, I was in love with Paula, and you're crying and stuff, and she's like, what the fuck is he even talking about? We barely knew each other.
That's stupid. What a stupid bitch.
All right.
Barely knew
G'day, Tracy Hamill and Jeff Hart.
each other my ass.
She said she didn't even know you for a full year.
Yeah, her and I hung around with each other every day for 6 months. There wasn't a day that went by that we didn't see each other. She'd go to work, and I'd wait for after work, and be there during work. And she'd go over to Paul and Laura's with me. She'd be over there. She'd bought my nephew birthday presents, whole crap of birthday presents, but she seemed like she was jealous of Leanne for some reason. That was weird. Even Amanda too.
I don't know who Leanne or Amanda is.
My nieces. For some reason she seemed more jealous of Leanne than she did Amanda, but she thought she was jealous of Amanda too.
Jealous of them for what?
I don't know. I noticed it then, but I didn't say anything. But I noticed that she gave Darren a lot more attention than she did.
So you're saying you believe that she was jealous of the attention you were giving your nieces. Now, not that I really think there's much truth to anything, Paula, but if whatever that emotion was, I guarantee it's not jealousy. It's probably concern for the way that you are with them. You know, probably pondering, is this something I need to report to the authorities, you creepy piece of shit? G'day, Tiana James.
Either one of the girls.
Jealous of them in what way?
I don't know. It was just weird. I could just see the way that she acted. It was different. She acted different towards the girls than she did Darren.
I don't know who Darren is.
My nephew.
Well, she was like talking on there about, how she only knew you for less than a year, and how she was friends with like your brother's girlfriend. Like she wasn't even really your friend that much.
She's so fucking full of shit. She's so fucking full of shit.
Yeah. She was pretty adamant because people were like, oh yeah, you had sex with him. And she's like, I definitely did not have sex with him.
Yeah. I never made the move on her. She had to make it on me. She kept wanting me to go out and do things. I even missed time from work, and they told me if I missed any more time from work, then I'd get fired. And then we wound up going to her cousin's house in some other town that was further, was a good distance away. I can't remember what the name of the town was, but I'd only been there that one time. But her cousin asked her if she wanted to stay the night, and she looked at me. I said, "Don't look at me." I said, "I'm not staying the night." I said, "I'm not going to lose my job."
Yeah, you know, you wouldn't do anything crazy like, lose your job to spend the night with an adult girl. But interesting that you were, pretty excited that you lost your job so that you could spend more time with a 13-year-old. Isn't that interesting? And g'day, Turd Ferguson and Fly Guy Fi and a Lone Wolf and Tyler Brasford. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Well, what were you missing work for?
Because I wouldn't have been able to
James
get back
Sanders.
to work in time from the place that we were at.
No, I mean, you said your work said they'd fire you if you missed more work. Why were you missing so much work?
Because I'd stay up late at night. I'd stay at the bar and wait for her to be done.
Oh, she worked at the bar you went to?
Yeah, that's how I met her.
So you didn't meet her through your brother's girlfriend?
No, my brother and my sister-in-law met her through me. That's how my brother and sister knew her. My brother and sister-in-law knew her. It was through me.
So you would be up late waiting for her to get off work? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I went to the karaoke bar every night anyway, before she ever started working there.
Karaoke bar.
And then she started working there. That's where I met her.
Why did you wait for her to be off work?
And g'day, Lawns Unclimbable Ladder. Great to see you here. And sexfind.xyz. Like their photo, their hot photo there, guys.
We were friends, and we'd always hang out together.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had to go home to work, why would you wait till her to be done to go home?
Because
Why not just go home, go to bed, so you're on time for work?
Because I had an interest in her. I had an interest in her, but I also didn't want to do anything until I knew she was over her ex. And I just waited too long.
Well, why were you staying up all night waiting for her to get off work if you weren't going to make any moves?
Just spend time with her.
Well, so what does that mean? She got off of work, and then what did you guys do?
Well, we didn't do anything. All the time when she got off work, she'd have to go home. But I'd go to the karaoke bar, and I'd be there all night. Normally longer than what I would normally be before.
Zachary, well, hot sex. What else? G'day, Cam Fogel. I love that line.
Before, I'd stayed till like 10 o'clock or so. When she started working there, I'd wind up staying right up till closing. And then it would last, sometimes it would last longer. Then I wound up oversleeping sometimes. I'd be late for work.
Wow.
So why was that more important than going to work?
Just because I had an interest in her.
Yeah, but why does that mean you had to stay there till she was done working?
It didn't. It's just I wanted to spend time with her.
So while she was at work, what would you guys do that we were spending time together?
Well, nothing. It was just I was there with her, and she'd talk to me, and I talked to her.
So she was just being a waitress?
Yeah, she was doing her job, but she'd pay more attention to me than she would anybody else. And we just started doing
Did you
stuff.
tip her good?
Whatever.
Did I stick her good?
Tip her! Tip her, you sick fuck. Fucking, it just sounds like he is stalking her at work. And the more attention that she's paying is probably trying to be wary of where he is so that she's not cornered by him. Probably asking her colleagues to try to run diversions so she can have some peace. Is sounding what this is sounding like, Lord.
Tip.
Did
Tip,
I what?
cash? You give her money for your bill? Did you tip her good?
remember how well I tipped her.
87
I think
cents.
I always went up and got my own beers, I think.
So, I mean, you had more
if she brought
interest
me a
in
beer,
her
then
than...
if she brought me a beer, then I tipped her, yeah. I tip every waitress.
So that's the attention she's paying you, is doing her job by bringing you a beer. The same way as, you know, the people you're weird to at Walmart are just packing your groceries. And g'day, Bullrush.
Or waiter. I know how it feels to be a waiter. I've been a waiter before. I know how it feels not to be tipped.
Imagine being served by Lorne.
Yeah.
That's where...
I didn't know you were a waiter. You never told me that.
I worked at Denny's in Oklahoma.
When were you in Oklahoma?
I actually moved from
Just after Memphis, right, Kennedy?
Washington, and my brother and his wife asked me if I wanted to come down to Oklahoma because there's a lot of country music down there. They knew I like country music, and they needed help with a babysitter for their baby. And so they thought that maybe I could get a job and babysit for them during the day while
Jesus Christ.
my sister-in-law was working and my brother was working. And I said, I'll give it a try. So I gave it a try. But I didn't like it because I was used to Paul and Laura and the kids, and I loved being around Paul and Laura and the kids, and I loved it out in Washington. So I was down there for 3 months, and I went back to Washington.
So, when did you and Paula start hanging out?
I don't remember when it was exactly.
Did you just ask her? I mean, like, when was the first time? Like, what'd you do? Were you like, hey, you want to go down to the malt shop?
See, I met her. The first night I met her, she had told me about her engagement being broken off. And I think it was sometime in that. Well, she told me where she lived, and it was right close to me.
Right close.
But I didn't know that she was still living with her ex-fiance. And I went over and knocked on the door. He answered the door. I said, "Is Paula here?" It was quite an awkward moment.
Well, what happened?
She just came out and talked to me.
And I just wanted everyone to enjoy the Thanksgiving miracle of Lorne's latest RSO picture.
He told me, she said, I'm living with my
Justin
ex-fiance.
Timberlake had a rough night last night.
I said, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that.
Well, why'd you go over there?
I was going to see if she wanted to go do something.
You just, like, showed up?
Yeah, because I didn't have her phone number.
Because you had her phone number, you just went there and knocked on her door?
Yeah, I thought she lived there alone. I didn't know she lived with her ex. I didn't even know the apartment complex. I didn't even know that wasn't an apartment complex.
Well, did it have apartments?
And then she told me where it was, and I was Christ. I know the name of that place. It's right close to me.
Right close.
Well, how did you know her exact apartment number?
If you were right close to me.
She was just like, oh, hey, I live at these apartments in 3D.
She told me what her apartment number was. That's how I knew where her apartment was.
Oh.
I don't remember her giving me her phone number. Maybe she did. Maybe she. No, because there weren't cell phones back then. We didn't have cell phones back then.
Oh, okay. So you did not have her phone number. You just went there and
Yeah, she told me where to live. Yeah, we didn't have cell phones back then. I just remembered that. We got cell phones. When the hell was it we got cell phones? Actually, I think we just started getting cell phones, but it's when they first came out. And me and Paul.
Yeah, you probably
were the
didn't
only
have
ones
one
that
yet.
had 'em. Me and Paul was the only two that had them because we got them through work. But the general public didn't have them yet.
What? Isn't he saying that Paula was a waitress? Like, why would the bar be giving their waitresses work phones? That's what? That makes no sense. G'day, donkey balls.
Yeah.
So that's what, I remember that now. That's why she told me where she lives. Or lived.
And she was just like, come on by.
Huh?
So she invited you over?
No, she didn't invite me over. She just
What?
told me where she lived. I just thought I'd go over and see if she wanted to go do something. I had no idea.
Well, what kind of dates do you guys go on? Do you go like roller skating or anything?
I don't remember if we were roller skating. I don't remember now what we did, but we did stuff together. We usually went.
Fucking bullshit, Lorne. Like, you've been obsessed with this woman for 25 years. Amongst mac and cheese and fucking all that other bullshit, you cite her as basically one of the main reasons for everything that's gone wrong in your life. Yet, you are telling me you can't remember what your supposed first date together was? Bull fucking shit. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just make this up. You're making everything else up. So just, like... nothing can be proven or disproven because this is fantasy. So just keep the fantasy going. At least be entertaining. G'day, Sheffrey. I mean, for fuck's sake, just use your date with Brooke from Taken Abroad. You know, just recycle that shit. Talk about how you went to what was it, fucking dinner and dancing in a movie, like the biggest marathon date, you know, in existence, and then you've stuck it in her. You know, into her call later that night. G'day, Philip Waller.
Calling Laura's. We usually went over there and hung out with them.
Well, I mean, like, when you went over there, what did you say? You were like, you want to hang out? And what did she say? She was like...
Shit, yeah.
Like what?
Well, I only went over there that one time. When I realized that she lived with her ex-fiance still, I said, I ain't going back over there again.
What?
Yeah, he thought he was going to beat you up or something.
Why? If it's her ex, why would it matter if you guys were seeing each other or not?
No, he actually seemed like a pretty nice guy. He must have been pretty nice. He used his credit card to get her a Bronco so that she'd have a vehicle and she had to pay him back.
Well, that's very nice of him.
Yep.
Yep.
And she went up to Alaska and asked me if I could make her payment on a Bronco for her. I made it. And
you fucking sucker.
he asked me where she was, and I said she went up to Alaska. He said, let me guess, she asked you to make her payment until she comes back. I said, yeah, and I said I'd do it. And he said, no, I can't let you do that. He said, I'll take this payment here from you, but he said, I can't let you do that. And he came over and got her Bronco. And she was mad at me when she got back. I go, well.
So she was just using you to make her car payment?
In the end, she was. In the end,
How did it all fall apart?
How did it all fall apart? Her and I fell apart before that happened. But I was still in love with her. And I realized how much in love with her I was, but I knew I was still in love with her.
So after she was fucking some other dude, you would still make her car payments for her?
Yeah, well, her and him broke up. She broke off the engagement with him. Later, she told, I think it was Laura, my sister-in-law, I think it was her that she told that she would never intended to marry him. She was just using him for a place to live.
So you don't think they were fucking?
Oh, I know they were. There was no doubt in my mind about it.
What gave it away? Was it the fact that they lived together?
Huh?
said, what gave that away? Was it the fact that they were living together and they were engaged?
Well, the fact that I realized how she was.
What do you mean?
When she brought him over to Paul and Laura's with me there. She brought him over there, and she stood behind him and kissed him on the head. I blew it off like, it's just friends, and I think it was. Well, she kept coming in. Oh, I can't remember how I found out about it.
She stood behind him and kissed him?
She gave me a kiss on the head. I can't remember how it was I found out about it, but I think it might have been through Paul and Laura. Because I was living with Paul and Laura at the time, which I liked living with them because we all had fun together at the time. But it wasn't my choice. Well, I can't say it was my choice. It was my choice to live with them. It wasn't my first option. My first option was stay in the apartment that I had because I was doing just fine. But I knew Paul and Laura wasn't doing just fine, and Paul came down and tried to pull a guilt trip on me. And because Laura has depression, and she sleeps a lot and can't hold a job. She's never been able to hold a job, but
sounds like someone else I know.
Huh?
It sounds like someone else I know.
Who?
Minus the sleeping all the time. You never sleep.
Yeah, I never sleep. No, I'm not depressed all the time. I've gotten past that point where I'm letting things get me depressed. I might get depressed once in a while about something, but I don't stay depressed. I stay more upset.
There was one thing. Paula has heard the story of her boyfriend dropping her off at your place. She says that doesn't make any sense, and that never happened.
She's lying through her teeth, too.
Why would she lie?
Why does she ever lie?
Yeah, why would she? He's like, that makes no sense. Why would I have my boyfriend drop me off at Lawrence?
She got in a fight with him that night. She got in a fight with him and had him drop her off at my apartment. She knocked on
When
the
did you
door.
guys start hanging out? I mean, like, when did it happen? What was the transition from just you being a guy at the bar to?
And g'day, Jason Spears. And so he's saying that she had a fight with her boyfriend, and she was like, drop me off at Lawns. And they're in the middle of this, obviously, I'm guessing, huge fight. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, no worries, Dale. Let me know when you finish fucking him, and then we'll continue our fight. Like, this is bullshit. Like, it doesn't even pass the bullshit test. Like, this is the kind of thing, if he's going to be such a compulsive liar, he just needs to be better. He just needs to kind of say the lie out and, do a bit of bullshit testing on and go, oh, if I heard that, would I believe that? Like, this is crap. This is insulting to the person you're talking to, that you would expect them to believe this.
Would wait for her to get off of work to being like, let's hang out every day for 6 months.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly when it happened.
Well, I'm not saying like the date. I'm saying like when did it become more of just you being a bar guy and her being a waitress?
I don't know. It just happened. We just started hanging out all the time.
When you say hanging out all the time, was it when she was at work?
No, it was after when she wasn't at work too. We'd go on and do stuff together. Most of the time, like I said, was we'd go over Paul and Laura's. That's actually where we hung out most of the time, was at Paul and Laura's. So I asked her if she'd like to meet my brother and sister-in-law. She said, sure. And we went over there, and that's how she met him.
So where you hung out mostly was around other people. Now that's interesting.
So she was friends with your brother's girlfriend.
My brother's girlfriend? No, she wasn't my brother's girlfriend. My brother was
Friends
married.
with your brother's girlfriend. Friends.
Well, yeah. She was friends to both my brother and my brother's wife. But that's not why she went over there.
So when did you and her have the falling out?
It was when did we actually have the falling out? Well, see, she went back to, after she realized she didn't have her Bronco, she wound up going back to Alaska. Because she didn't have a vehicle back there to drive. And she didn't have a place to live.
But wasn't the Bronco in Washington?
And she actually stayed with me for a couple nights before she went back to Alaska. We didn't do anything at all. We just slept, talked, and watched TV and shit. And then she went back to Alaska, and it was like
G'day, Eileen Clayman.
when she came back, she didn't have her Bronco. Then she went back to Alaska. And then a year later, she came back again. She had gained.
Well, you were. Sorry.
Huh?
What was that last part? I didn't hear you.
She had gained all kinds of weight. And she told me that her boyfriend was abusing her up there, and
She was slight chunky.
I told her, I said, why don't you move back down here with people that actually care about you? She said, because my son's up there. I said, well, bring your son down here with you. She said, I can't. I don't have custody of him. I said, well, get the hell away from the boyfriend that you have up there, because obviously if he's beating you and making you feel like shit, then it's obviously no good for you. But she went back up there, so.
But her car was in Washington, wasn't it?
Her Bronco, yeah.
And then she went back to Alaska because her Bronco wasn't there.
She went back to Alaska, and when she came back to Washington from Alaska, her Bronco was no longer there. She didn't have her Bronco anymore.
And what does that mean?
I mean, she didn't have her own vehicle.
Maybe it was the transmission.
And that's why you and her didn't.
Well, that's why she got mad at me, because I let him take the Bronco. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I made one payment for him out of obligation. Then I made to her. I made the payment for her, but it was actually in his name. He bought it with his credit card.
So I thought you told me that you and her stopped talking because you found out she was a slut.
Well, no, we didn't stop talking because of that. She didn't know that I found out she was a slut. She didn't know that I found out about CJ.
She didn't know I knew she was a
Her
slut.
fucking CJ and another one of my friends.
You fucked both of your friends? I thought it was just the one.
To this day, she doesn't know that I found out about both of them. I can't remember what the other guy's name is. I remember CJ quite well because I hung around CJ quite a bit at the bar.
So CJ was just a guy from the bar, though. He wasn't like your friend.
he was my friend from the bar. We didn't hang out and do anything. He invited me over to do stuff, but I was always doing other things.
Very busy guy, Lorne.
How did you find out they was fucking?
CJ told me. They only did it once that I know of. CJ told me just about one time.
So then what? You were like, you're banging CJ, so you and I are done, or what?
Oh no, her and I was done before that because.
G'day, bit of ramens and some JBD and Charlotte Laura.
The incident with James.
Fucking James.
You finding out the shit with James.
Oh, the shit with James, huh?
Yeah. And actually, I left when she was there. I stayed for a little bit, and when I started kissing him on the head, I got up and left. I blew it off as they were friends, but I'm like, why did she bring another guy over to my brother's house and kiss him on the fucking head? So I left and I went to the bar. Went to the bar and I sang karaoke that night, and that's the night actually that I wound up going home with Debbie.
Ah,
Debbie!
Debbie!
English girl.
He's just fucking. He's just bringing up names that he knows. And like this is just, Debbie, his previous catfish, and James is fucking, what do you call it? The other guy that Jamie was talking to.
And I should have stayed with her. Fortunately, I told her that I had feelings for someone else. I was going to tell her that I didn't want to have feelings for that girl, and I was going to tell Debbie that I liked her, but I just couldn't get the words to come out.
And, and her sister was in a coma. Couldn't tell her then.
Unfortunately, I never saw Debbie after that night. Or after that morning that she dropped me back off in my car.
Would you mind if Debbie and
I
I gave it a go?
That sucked because I was hoping to see her that weekend.
Oh, was there some kind of big confrontation with Paula?
The what?
That left you guys never speaking again?
No. Her going back to Alaska was what led to us never not speaking again. I never heard from her after that, and I never tried to get in contact with her.
And you loved her for 25 years after that.
Yep.
Fucking right, I did.
Sucks. It's too bad. She can lie all she wants on there. I don't think any less of her because, I know how she is already, so.
You never, followed her home from the bar?
Huh?
You never followed her home from the bar or anything?
Oh, yeah, I had to. I lived right in the apartment complex next to where she was living. No, after she didn't live there anymore, no, I never followed her home from the bar.
Cheers.
Confused of you showing up randomly, knocking on her door.
What about it?
Sometimes you want to go.
Just kind of weird.
Well, we're in your cell phones then. She didn't give me her phone number, but she gave me her apartment number. She didn't tell me that she was still living with them. She told me that they were broken up. That he broke off their engagement.
How come you never asked her while she was working?
I don't know.
Like, hey, what's your landline?
No, because we were always with each other. I didn't need it. Never thought of it. We didn't call each other. We never called each other hardly at all back then. Because we were always with each other. It's like Paul and Laura. Never called them either, because I was always with them.
When were you always together, though?
We were always together. All the time. The only time we went
How
together
how
was
so? Because you hung out at the bar every day.
yeah. Well, the only time we wasn't together was either when I was working or basically when she was working. But when she was working, I could be at the bar. So
Then how come you didn't know she lived with her boyfriend if you guys was together all the time?
because that was when we first met.
Oh.
That first night that we met, she told me about
G'day, Lens 33.
her fiance breaking off their engagement. She didn't tell me.
So what night did you? So right after meeting her, you showed up and knocked on her door.
Yeah, it was within
He's what they call a fast mover, Casey.
that first week.
Oh.
But
Then when did you guys start hanging out all the time?
it wasn't long after that.
You just you went over there and said, "Hey, you want to come meet my brother?"
We're doing something. We did something. I don't remember what it was we did. I had asked her if she wanted to go over and meet my brother and sister. My brother and sister-in-law.
I guess I'm just confused. How did it go from like her just being an employee, and then you being the guy who goes to the bar, and then how it became every day for 6 months?
Just did. It just shit happened. It happened the way it happened. It's just the way it happened back then.
So like randomly one day you're just like, I've noticed you've been around me for a while.
It just became an everyday thing.
But besides being at the bar, when did you guys hang out?
Fat mover.
We hung out at Balmore's all the time. We hung out doing other things. We'd go out shopping together. We did whatever.
What things, Lorne? Name 3 things.
We went out to dinner together. We just did stuff together. I can't make a list of things for you that we did. It was freaking 30 years ago.
Well, I'm not asking for a list of things you did. I'm just saying, when did it become more than just you showing up at the bar?
It wasn't long after I met her. It wasn't long after that. It was within a couple of weeks.
And how did that happen?
It just happened. We just started.
Well, did you ask her to hang out?
Yeah, either I'd ask her or she'd ask me. That's how I wound up missing so much work.
Because you'd be at the bar every night?
Yeah. Every night when she was working.
How often did she work?
I don't know. I don't remember now.
Okay. Don't get all shirty, you fucking asshole.
Probably worked, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights anyway.
And what time did she get off usually?
G'day, the Department of Redundancy Department.
Oh, let me see. If I remember right, Nickleby's closed at, I think it was 1 o'clock during the week. On the weekends, I think it was at 2 o'clock.
So you would just hang out while she worked till 1 or 2 o'clock?
Hang out and be friends.
And you guys didn't do anything after?
No, we'd do things before she worked, or when I didn't have to work, or there's something that we do every day.
I don't.
We're usually with each other just about every day.
Well, because you would show up to her work, though.
What's your point?
I'm trying to figure out when you guys started hanging out.
She doesn't believe you.
It wasn't long after we met.
And you just got really defensive because I said it was just while she's working.
Well,
yeah, because you're asking the same question over and over and over, and it's
Well,
You
because
just
I would
didn't
ask you and you would
remember.
just repeat my question back to me as an answer.
See, this is probably what he says to the polygrapher all the time. Like, why are you asking me that? You asked me the same question over and over. Well, Lorne, it says that you're being deceptive. Like, fucking bullshit.
Oh, well, what do you want me to say? It was over 25 years ago. I don't remember exactly when.
Well, if you were in love with her for 25 years, you should remember all 25 years.
It was not long. I've told you this several times already. It wasn't long after we first met that we started hanging out together just about every day. Basically, just about every day we hung out.
What did you
But after work, you would wait for her to get off work, but you weren't hanging out after work, so I don't understand why you couldn't just go home early.
I don't know. We'd just hang out.
So after she would work at 1 in the morning?
Yeah. We'd go out to Denny's or some other place to eat. I think it was. There was a few more that we went out to eat after. I can't remember if it was Denny's or some other. It seemed like it was some other place that we went out to. But we didn't do that for very long. A lot of times we just go home. It's throughout 6 months' time. I don't remember every day. How exactly.
Well, I know you don't remember every day, but why wouldn't you just go home early?
G'day, Omega Heber.
Because I was interested in her.
So you can be interested in someone and still go home. Was you worried she was like gonna talk to another guy?
Was you?
Is that what happened with CJ?
Was she what?
I said, did you want to make sure she wasn't talking to another guy or something like CJ?
No, I was just wanting to spend time with her. I never gave thought to another guy.
Oh, Lord.
So how did you hang out with her while she was working?
Your whole life you have thought about, all you do is think about other guys. For someone that apparently isn't gay, you think about guys all the time. If you were this interested in Paula like you claim you were, every guy that read, you would be at that bar. Every guy that she went and served, you'd be fuming about. You'd be, you would probably get up her later about, you fucking didn't have to be at that table for that long. You go, you put the beer down, you take your tip and you go. You don't need to smile. You don't have to fucking smile at people. Just get your fucking tip and go.
Drank and watched her serve people?
We just hung out. When we talked, when she had a chance to talk, we'd talk. She'd come over and we'd sit down and we'd talk. I had friends there too, so I was hanging out with them too.
You're such a popular guy, Lorne.
Why is there like a million questions to her?
Well, because you were in love with her for 25 years. I'm trying to see why.
Just because of the way that she was with me and the way that I was with her, and
the attention we gave each other.
I fell in love with her in the process, and I shouldn't have.
I mean, you tell me I can learn about you from you and not the website, but anytime I ask you something, you get defensive.
Well, yeah, because it's like, how many answers can I give to the same question?
Well, you're not really giving answers.
Right one.
Well, yeah, because over 6 months' time, we went out and we did more than just go to breakfast and hang out at the bar. There was a lot of things that we did.
Yeah, and you wouldn't answer me when I asked.
I don't remember them all.
G'day, Sam 4 Dice. And Jinx says he proposed to Paula with an onion ring after 3 days.
I didn't
well, like what?
Just stuff. I told you, sometimes we go out and shop and buy some stuff.
You see why I ask over and over?
I could actually picture that, Jinx. It'd be like Paul would be like, "Hi, Lauren, what are you getting today?" He's like, "I'd like some onion rings." You're not going to ask me to marry you again with the onion ring, are you? I don't know. We'll see. G'day, Mr. C.
Because your answer just now was, we just did stuff.
I just don't remember everything. I don't remember everything that we did. It was 25 years ago.
When you forgot about the stuff you guys did together, how come you still loved her after that? Because 25 years is a long time to love someone that you don't even remember the stuff you did with them.
Because he loved her first.
Yeah, but I remember her. Maybe it's because she's the first woman that I was ever really in love with. Maybe that's why that hung on for so long.
But you said she was a slut.
Yeah, she was.
I
So
like
you
sluts,
loved a
baby.
slut for 25 years.
Yeah, apparently I did. There was more to her than just that, though.
This is funny because it's like stuff like that where you say, I've loved her for 25 years. And then on this website, she's just talking about how, like, you are not even, like, a big deal in her life at all, and you never were.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he was just some guy that I knew for a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She's so fucking full of shit.
Because, you know, she's like, 25 years later, I forgot all about him until he was arrested.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Imagine she forgot all about me.
Seeing Lorne getting arrested if you knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking lying.
And g'day, Queen LK.
She lies all through her fucking teeth.
Why does that make you so mad?
I
I don't think it makes me mad. I think it makes me
don't like lies, baby. I'm a very honest person. Don't like lies.
upset that she would say that.
Because, like, you weren't as big of a deal to her as she was to you.
Yeah, maybe. That might be it. You might have hit that on the head.
Yeah. Because you're like,
Obviously, I had more of myself invested in her than she had in me. Otherwise, she wouldn't
Right.
have pulled the shit she did.
I think that's a fair call.
well, what shit did she do? Sounded like she slept with people when you guys weren't even dating. So what kind of shit did she do?
Well, she knew that I wanted to be with her, and she knew that I was waiting for her to be over her ex. She made moves on me before I thought she was ready to do anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, just because you liked her doesn't.
Honestly, there is no way that is true. Like Lorne is trying to convince us the guy that has absolutely no self-control. Like Lorne can't say no. I mean, in fact, he tried to use that as his defense for trying to fuck a kid, is that he couldn't say no. Yet he's now trying to have us to believe that this woman that he is madly in love with was throwing herself at him. And he was like, well, no, Paula, I think you need a bit more time to get over your ex. You know, I'll be here, but now's not the right time. We've got to be strong and hold our urges until you're completely over him. Go fuck yourself. Like, not only is that bullshit, it's just really, it's ridiculous, and it just shows you not only the lack of respect you have for yourself, but everyone you talk to if you're going to try to peddle that bullshit. Because you must think Casey's a fucking moron if you think she'll believe that.
Doesn't mean that she was obligated to do any of that, like be with you in any way.
She wasn't obligated to do anything. She wasn't obligated to do anything, and she obviously knew that.
Sorry?
She went and fucked some other guy, then brought him over to my brother's house with me there.
That's pretty funny if that's true.
Well,
though.
she wouldn't if she liked you.
So there was, oh yeah, of course she wouldn't if she liked me, but she still wanted to fuck me after, and had him bring her over to my apartment to fuck me.
Well, that's according to you.
No,
She
hang
says that
on
never
a
happened.
second. Wasn't it her ex-boyfriend that brought her over?
Wouldn't if she liked me, but she still
You
to my brother's house with me there.
obligated to do any of that, like be with you in any way.
She wasn't obligated to do anything. She wasn't obligated to do anything, and she obviously knew that.
Sorry?
She went and fucked some other guy, then brought him over to my brother's house with me there.
So it's not her ex, is it?
Well, she wouldn't if she liked you.
So there was, oh yeah, of course she wouldn't if she liked me.
And this is an example of what I often think. Like when Lorne talks about his probation officers or his therapists have said this, and it's always, you know, something that they wouldn't have said, and it's Lorne hearing what he wants to hear and missing inflections and that kind of stuff. And this is a perfect example. Like Casey is saying to him, yeah, she wouldn't have done that if she liked you. In other words, she didn't like you. Like she bought the guy she's fucking over because to her you were nothing. Like she didn't think that would be an issue. I mean, you know, I don't worry about if, I go over to one of my, one of my friends' houses, with my wife, because I don't think they're going to think, oh, can't believe he's bringing her over here because, we don't have that kind of relationship. But Lorne takes out of that, not what Casey's saying. He's going, well, yeah, you're right. She wasn't very good to me. She didn't like me. That's not what you do to someone you like. Like, missing the point completely.
But she still wanted to fuck me after, and had him bring her over to my apartment to fuck me.
Well, that's according to you, because she says that never happened, but anywho.
Of course she says that.
Of course.
She's full of shit.
What?
She's full of shit.
Oh. Just because you had feelings for her doesn't mean that she was a slut or anything, because she didn't have feelings for you back.
That's not why she was a slut. She was a slut. She was sleeping with anything that would come along.
Except you.
Besides you.
Well, she slept with me too.
That's the one time, though.
Yep, just the one time.
Yep.
Now I'm thankful that it was just the one time.
I bet you are, Lorne.
How come you didn't let her decide when she was ready?
Because I know best, baby.
That's what I was thinking that I was doing at the time.
Well, if she was making
G'day, Mo Green.
moves on you, wouldn't you be like, right, she's clearly over her ex-boyfriend/roommate?
No, I know. I should have. Maybe I should have at the time, but I didn't. So
Just too good of a guy, I guess.
Shit happens for a reason.
Lorne can't help being a good guy. It's just in his nature.
Over her anymore. I spent 25 years dwelling over her and still loving her, and I finally got past that.
All right, so I think we'll go on to episode 20, and we'll see how we go. In the meantime, why don't we watch the second thing? And g'day, Jake Steele. So we've got a Aussie man reviews, but this is a Thanksgiving Day themed one. Here we are.
Okie dokie, welcome to New York City in 1997. As we can see, it's Thanksgiving in America, and people are celebrating with a giant purple dinosaur. Yeah, nah, it's fucking Barney. He was a popular bastard back in the 90s. It's fantastic he's taking time out of his day to do a meet and greet. He's one of them down-to-earth celebrities that we can all look up to. I love it. Oh, hello. Barney is stumbling. He's pissed. He's been on the sauce before showing up. This has suddenly turned into a dangerous situation. Barney is like, don't be scared, everybody. I needed to blow off a little fucking steam at the bar. These humans reply, it's okay, Barney. We know what we signed up for. We know you're a raging alcoholic. It's nice he has such dedicated friends. They refuse to let him out of sight. Gee whiz, he looks dizzy. He could be about to vomit all over everyone. He's falling. Oh, the dumb prickers sliced his stomach open. He lost his footing and a streetlight has disemboweled him. This is one of the most horrific drunken injuries I've ever seen. Imagine being at this parade and watching Barney bleed out on the street. You'd have PTSD for the rest of your life. You'd have nightmares. What's fucking crazy is that this mad bastard still has a smile on his face. This is a life-threatening injury and he's laughing. He's jolly. Oh, don't zoom in. That's disgusting. It doesn't look real. You know when you see inside someone's guts and you're like, oh, it looks like plastic. Anatomy is like plastic. That's the same here. Purple dinosaur entrails are the same as humans. And all these dickheads on the street won't understand. They were in shock until later tonight when they sit down to have a mid-strength beer and talk about the experience with Mum. Of course, all of Barney's friends are lying to him. They're like, you look great, mate. Tip-top. You're gonna get through this. Keep thinking positive. And he does. Because of who he is and being drunk, drunk, he genuinely believes the injury is not that bad. Fuck me stupid, I think he's broken his right foot as well. That looks like a severe twist on the ankle. I'm pretty sure the bone is popping out. I reckon I'm gonna get sick from watching this. It's worse than the final scene of Braveheart. Barney is also yelling freedom, because that's probably something Americans do on Thanksgiving. Oh yes, medical practitioners have intervened. This is good. They don't give a shit. They're not sugarcoating anything. They're like, sorry folks, this jovial reptilian wanker needs to be put down. No two ways about it. It's for his own good. And yeah, they basically flatten him. It's euthanasia via being crushed and squashed to death. Yeah, they're caving his skull in at the moment. It's good. He lived a fair dinkum fulfilling life, and yeah, he now looks like a crumpled pair of pants on the bedroom floor. It was a good life. It was good.
All right, so what we might do actually, that the number 20 is a little bit long, so we might go and grab one off Raptor Bacon's channel. So this is probably fairly well in the theme of Thanksgiving. So this is Lorne pretending he wants to donate a kidney.
You want
Does she need to get laid?
I'll bring your fucking mom right over and fuck her right up the ass with a fucking broomstick. How's that sound?
Jeez.
I think it was like the day after I got back, or a day or two after I got back anyway. I was watching the news, and there was a 6-year-old boy on the news that he got a kidney transplant from a member of his family, but the kidney wound up failing, and so neither one of his kidneys worked.
Oh.
So they were looking for another donor, a living donor, and I wanted to do it.
Oh God! Come
So
on!
I told my probation officer about it. I told her that I want to do it.
He's gone to his probation officer and, oh, what are you going to donate a kidney to this random kid I saw?
She said, I don't know if we can let you do that. I'm like,
What?
Stacey,
Those are your organs. How dare she?
I know. Well, and I told her, I said,
I mean, the problem is, Lorne, the reason they've got an issue is because this isn't the first kid you've wanted to put one of your organs inside.
Stacey, I said, this is a 6-year-old boy that if he doesn't get a donor within the next 30 days, then he's gonna have to go back on dialysis. I said, it's a 6-year-old boy. She said, well, I'll have to check with talk about it with Bryce.
Right.
And find out and see what he says. I said, all right, you go ahead and talk to him, but you keep in mind the 6-year-old boy, and it's not something to be screwing around with. And so I went back there today.
That's right, Lorne.
And she told me that I
Kids are
couldn't
not something to be screwing around with. You really need to listen to your own advice.
do it. I'm like, what do you mean I can't do it? She said, because, well, at first she was talking about all my responsibilities that I have to do and all that last week. She said, you get a lot of responsibility and you'd have to miss work and time for counseling to heal and all that. I said, that's another time I said, Stacey, it's a 6-year-old boy's life.
God, they think you're using elective surgery to get out of your responsibilities.
Say 6-year-old again.
Fucking pathetic.
Fucking asshole.
And today she told me that because I'd have to have contact, with the kid's family and the kid. And I said, I don't have to have contact with the kid. I said, the kid's parents, I could have just contact with them, but I don't have to have any contact with the kid. So I can just go in, they can take my kidney out, and they can put it into the kid.
Now, it's worth bearing in mind while we listen to Saint fucking Lorne talk about how he wanted to donate, his kidney to some random kid he saw on the news. This is the same guy that wouldn't stop fucking smoking to, give a kidney or whatever it was. I can't remember which one it was to fucking Winnie, apparently the love of his life and the best relationship he's ever had. But we're to be believed that he would just see a random kid and be like, I want to get rid of a kidney for him.
There's no contact there.
Yeah, it's not like you guys are going to hug and it's going to transfer. Are they stupid?
Yeah, they don't want me to do it. And I told her, I said, well, luckily I talked to Mom and decided that right now is not the best time for me to do something for this. Plus, Mom found out that 70 other people have offered to donate. But the boy needs a certain blood type. He needs either A, and I've got O. So I could have been
It's got blood type P for pedophile.
a perfect candidate. And so I told her, I said, luckily I've talked to Mom about it already, and right now is not the right time for me to do it. But down the road, if this happens again, and a kid needs a kidney, I'm gonna donate whether you guys want me to or not, because I'll fight for it. She said you'll have to.
This is fucking crazy. So you're like, Mum, I had a chat to Mum, and she said now's not the right time. But if another kid happens to need a kidney, because this won't happen very often. It's very seldom that someone needs a kidney. So if another kid needs a kidney, I'm just gonna do it no matter what you say.
Think it's going, but because of their own ignorance.
Well, I don't know if Stacy knows you yet and knows what a charitable person you are.
Me.
I don't think she
G'day, Beast niece.
knows.
She just thought you were trying to skirt.
I didn't even think.
She knows what Bryce has told her. I don't know what's in my file. There was something else I wanted to talk to you about, too. I can't remember what it was now. Oh. I think the reason that they don't want me to have my computer back, they remember I told you they said it's because of the catfishing?
Yeah.
I don't think it's because of that.
What do you think it's because of?
I think it's because of all the support that I have online.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%, Lorne. Once again, you have nailed it. Probation doesn't want you to have access to your computer, but it's got nothing to do with all the catfishing. It's got nothing to do with the kids that you've used that computer in the past to try to fuck. It's all because they're afraid you're going to have too much support. They looked around and, they can see all the communities that have backed behind Lorne, and, they're afraid of what would happen if, you got that kind of support. They don't want you to be a better person.
I was thinking too. I told you they're trying to sabotage you by keeping you away from the support system.
Yeah. That's that fucking bullshit with that lawyer, my so-called lawyer, that royally pissed me off. I mean, he literally didn't do a thing for me.
Well, yeah, he didn't do anything. I mean, even we put together a case for him. I had help from Dan, and he's an attorney. We put timestamps. We enclosed contact information for character witness statements. He didn't respond once.
And he hasn't sent me them emails yet either.
Jesus Well, I faxed them to his office because I didn't get a response from the email. So I figured if I fax it, at least it will be a hard copy. He'll look at it. And even if he's a lazy motherfucker, he'll be like, cool, my job's done for me for the day, and I'll use it. They probably saw Stallone's tweet about how he withdrew support because you went back to jail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I don't know. Evidently, he doesn't know the whole story, but whatever people tell him, well,
It's yeah, Bryce fucking. I don't know. Well, then when I went to see Stacy the first time last week, I told her
Jeffrey says, Cornwall, when did you get funny? You've made me laugh 3 times already. That's not normal. That's definitely not normal, and don't get used to it. That'll probably be the last 3 times.
I said, if I write Susan Collins, do I have to show it to you guys before I send it to her, or what? And really, I don't, because it's freedom of speech. But I wanted to see what she said.
Right.
And
yes, Lorne, freedom of speech, but when you try to rape kids, there's certain rights that you give up, or if not give up, probation has the right to impose. So you can't just do whatever you want because you need to report to probation. You fucking idiot.
She says, what are you writing about? And I told her, I said, well, when I was in the prison, there's so many guys in there that don't have an education. They're in there for years. I knew a couple of them. One of them was in for 9 years. He had a welding certificate, but he didn't have a GED. And then I'm like, can you explain to me how you're incarcerated for 9 years and don't get your GED?
That's horrible.
Because it's a prison, not a school, you fucking moron. A night died by myself. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night and catch you next time.
Poor guy. He probably would be able to get gainful employment and stay away from criminal activity if he had that.
Well, that's what I was thinking doing. He'd be a lot more intelligent than what he is. But I can't say poor guy because he did to himself. He could have taken GED.
But could he?
Yeah,
a lot of times.
They offer it.
Oh, they offer it there. Ah.
Yeah. And I told her, I said, I want to write to Susan Collins and recommend her to put it in as a bill to make it mandatory that when you're incarcerated, you get your GED or you don't get your good time.
What's good time? Sorry.
This is a guy that will not complete his fucking colouring in book that he has for his rape class, yet he's talking about that it should be mandatory to get your GED. Fucking hell.
Good time is when you earn time, like you earn like...
Oh, for good behaviour. Got it.
Yeah, good for good behaviour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, when you say you're going to call somebody for a good time, it means something different to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Well, and she told me not to do it right now. Because I have other responsibilities that I have to take care of, and I'm like, I didn't say anything to her. All I can say is it's a letter, and you're telling me that I can't do freedom of speech. So that's all I can think. I'm just blown away by it.
I was under the impression that your probation office can impose restrictions on you even if they're against the Constitution because they let you know what your rights are. I was reading an article on it. Somebody wrote about you, and it was actually in defense of you. And they said that that's not right, that they can dictate your life, and they also mentioned the internet, and take you away from being able to police what's being said about you. Because especially now that you're looking for a job, The last thing that people need to see is something else online about you when they Google you, which is what a lot of people do when they hire, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked up.
Yes.
It's royally fucked up. I will never have an appointed attorney again.
Well, good. It didn't seem like he did anything for you, but he helped the fucking prosecution, in my opinion.
He did. Without a doubt, he did. Yeah, I was so fucking pissed off about that. Mom was pissed off about it, too.
Oh, bet she was.
She was saying, that little asshole, he didn't do a thing at all for you. I said, I know. It's the way appointed attorneys work.
He didn't do
They have to do so many free cases a year.
Shit it out.
But they still get paid from it from the court, so they just rush it through.
But you said that she told you have to concentrate on work instead of getting your
G'day, Mick Sleeves.
kidney put in a kid. Did you get a call back from R.C. Moore?
Not yet. I had to fill they wanted me to fill another application out so that they'd have an updated copy of it.
Oh.
Because there was no wait just long enough to make it so they needed an updated copy.
Oh, nice.
I thought they had you do that earlier in the week. They haven't called you yet?
No, I just did that yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, Sharon just did it for me yesterday. So, I didn't hear from him today, so I probably won't hear from him until Monday. Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday.
Well, I hope so, because they keep stringing you along. You're going to be wasting time that you could have used to find something else.
I know.
And then your probation department's going to blame you again.
But I don't think Ron will string me along anyway, because, well, he had his secretary call me to make sure I wasn't panicking.
Oh, that's good.
Was that in response to, like, the multiple calls that you made? I think it was probably less about, worry about you panicking, more about just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, so that's a good sign. Yeah, I love that job, too. It's a perfect job for me. And I love the people that I work with.
Oh, nice.
What is going on?
So they can get back to the people that actually pay them.
Yeah.
So, frustrating. And Debbie tells me that they're writing what they do. So she frustrates out how awesome people. No, they're not writing what they do.
That's good. I know that they liked you a lot. I heard them joking with you every time you walked in.
Yeah. They're pretty awesome. I think it's probably the best job I've ever had.
That's great. I mean, that would be good for you to get it back.
So that was a very good one. So I might start wrapping it up there. I think guys. So thank you very much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I hope everyone's had a fantastic day, and enjoys whatever is left of it. So, and yeah, look, I mean, I just wanted to say, I mean, like, while we don't do Thanksgiving, I just, I'm very. What I am thankful is I'm very thankful for this community. I'm very thankful for all of you guys. Like, I feel very blessed to be able to hang out with you guys so much, either in my own stream or I see around in other streams. The friends I've made in this community, like you're just all fantastic people. So thank you for being that, and stay awesome, I guess. And just before we go, I saw a few people come in there. So bye to Generic Internet Mail and Bedhead Red. And yeah, so enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll probably see you around at some streams, I hope. And I'll be back next week for, some more streaming fun and more laughing at this stupid piece of shit. So don't forget to delete your archives, and catch you soon. Bye.